people who are accusing him maybe had a financial incentive, maybe some of those accusers willingly participated in freak-offs, but I'm not sure you need all of the evidence to convict him to just get a warrant. All you need is probable cause, and I think they probably had enough.
A lot of people have been saying this when they see him out at events with Haley at times. Well, Haley and Justin are not immune to this. They have seen a lot of this, and they say that fans have this all wrong.
Lately, there's been a whirlwind of concern and speculation surrounding Justin Bieber. From his gaunt and weary appearances in New York to the growing whispers about trouble in his marriage, fans and friends alike are left wondering what's really going on with the once unstoppable global icon. The boyish charm and infectious energy that made him a household name seem like a distant memory. These days, Justin appears far from the vibrant teen idol the world fell in love with. But could his current struggles be linked to something far deeper, something buried in his past, involving one of the most controversial figures in the music industry? Let's take a closer look.
But yeah, first time I smoked, I don't suggest this, but I was 13. Yeah, 12 or 13.
Justin was recently spotted in New York City, and the images that surfaced online left fans in shock. Without his signature cap and now sporting a freshly shaved head, he looked almost unrecognizable. His oversized yellow hoodie seemed to engulf his noticeably thinner frame, while the distant, distracted look in his eyes sparked a wave of speculation. Social media quickly erupted, with fans expressing everything from deep concern to outright alarm. "He looks like he's carrying the weight of the world," one fan commented. Others questioned whether this was a silent cry for help.
Fans have been very concerned about Justin Bieber after some photos and videos in the last few weeks, and their concern in seeing images like this is thinking that perhaps he is in the middle of some binge. That's what the buzz is.
Those close to Justin reportedly share the public's growing concern. Insiders have described his mental state as fragile and deeply troubling, hinting at a downward spiral that even his closest friends feel powerless to stop. He's rich, he's famous, but he's been robbed of what a normal life should be. It's like he's lost touch with what it means to just live. One source told Radar Online, "These words are especially chilling given Justin's long struggle with the pressures of fame." But what's even more alarming are the whispers that his current state may be tied to unresolved shadows from his past.
Yeah, so I actually spoke to the Bieber's rep, who told us on record that any narrative about him doing is just absolutely not true, and just that it's ridiculous. And here's the thing, like, he's had a very transformative year. He started off the year disassociating himself with people that no longer served him in his life. You know, we saw him unfollowing a bunch of people that he used to be close with.
Then there's the growing chatter about his marriage to Hailey Baldwin. From the outside, they've often been seen as the picture-perfect couple, but recent rumors suggest cracks in their seemingly solid foundation. Since tying the knot in 2018, the pair has faced their fair share of public scrutiny. However, the gossip has recently reached a fever pitch. Reports suggest they may not have spent Christmas together last year, and Hailey's cryptic Instagram activity has only fueled speculation. One post, in particular, caught attention: a video of a laughing man repeatedly saying, "You're not well, and it's okay." The post quickly set tongues wagging. Was she addressing Justin? The public? The media? No one knows for sure, but the timing is hard to ignore.
I feel like a lot of people began questioning Justin Bieber when he got connected with the whole Diddy situation. But we have to remember, Justin has always been like a positive light. So the fact that people are making his personality in connection to now, I feel like it's sad. He should be able to be outside and be happy. I was actually more worried when we weren't seeing him out.
Yet, the speculation doesn't end there. Many believe Justin's struggles go far beyond marital discord. His troubled expression and withdrawn demeanor have led some to draw comparisons to other former child stars like Britney Spears and Amanda Bynes, both of whom faced their own battles with mental health. Could Justin be on a similar path? His friends reportedly fear he might be. And what he's been through is no small thing. Let's not forget that Justin was thrust into the limelight as a teenager, discovered on YouTube, and catapulted to international fame almost overnight. While millions of fans screamed his name, there was a darker side to his meteoric rise: relentless touring, intense media scrutiny, and the inevitable mistakes made under the unforgiving glare of public opinion. He was barely old enough to vote, yet he was carrying the weight of an entire generation's expectations. Then there's the matter of Sean Diddy Combs, the music mogul currently making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Justin first crossed paths with Diddy as a teenager, and their relationship has been the subject of speculation ever since. A resurfaced video from years ago has only added fuel to the fire. In the clip, Diddy describes spending time with a young Justin as a 15-year-old's dream, quickly adding that what they did together can't really be disclosed. The vague nature of his comments has left many guessing, and the guesses aren't comforting.
Yeah, look, I mean, the raids were a centerpiece of the evidence that was gathered by the prosecution in putting together their case. So if they win this motion to suppress all that evidence, it really would present a sort of insurmountable hurdle for the prosecutors to bring their case. I think it might be a long shot, though. They're saying that the evidence put forth in these warrant requests presented a grossly distorted picture of reality, and that it didn't present a full picture of what Diddy was doing.
Insiders say Justin has been deeply affected by the recent allegations against Diddy, who now faces a slew of criminal charges, including exploitation and coercion. Though Justin has not publicly commented on the situation, sources claim that even hearing Diddy's name is enough to make him visibly upset.
We are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
If the rumors are true, Justin's connection to Diddy may have been more than just professional. Some speculate that his time with the music mogul was marked by experiences far removed from the glitz and glamour expected from an industry mentor. A day Diddy once described as a 15-year-old's dream has taken on a much darker tone in hindsight, leaving many to wonder what truly transpired during that time. Then there were the infamous parties. Diddy was known for hosting extravagant gatherings, and during an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian casually mentioned seeing Justin at one such event where the atmosphere was anything but innocent. At the time, Justin would have been just 20 years old. All of this raises an unsettling question. How much of Justin's current struggles can be traced back to his experiences with Diddy? Was he simply a young star swept up in the whirlwind of fame, or was there something more sinister at play? The resurfaced video, paired with Diddy's ongoing legal battles, has reignited these concerns. And while Justin has made no allegations against Diddy, his recent decision to unfollow him on social media speaks volumes. A silent but powerful way of cutting ties that hasn't gone unnoticed by fans or the media.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the shoe have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there,
Justin's friends are reportedly urging him to open up about his experiences, but whatever he's dealing with clearly isn't easy to talk about. He's a pretty lonely guy, one source revealed. Despite all the people around him, he doesn't really have anyone he can truly confide in. This sense of isolation only adds to growing concerns, especially as parallels are being drawn between Justin and other troubled child stars who have struggled with the darker side of fame. So, where does this leave Justin Bieber? Is he simply going through a rough patch, or is there something much deeper at play? As speculation continues, one thing is certain: the world is watching, hoping the once bright star can find his way back to the light. Yet, with so many unanswered questions, the mystery surrounding Justin's current state only deepens. And as attention shifts to Sean Diddy Combs and his mounting legal troubles, the connection between the two becomes impossible to ignore. Could Justin's story hold the key to uncovering the truth about Diddy's past, or is it just another chapter in a saga that's far from over?
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment. as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
The story surrounding Sean Diddy Combs is nothing short of a ticking time bomb, and it's detonating in ways no one could have predicted. While Justin Bieber's personal struggles seem to draw an undeniable link to his time around the music mogul, Diddy himself is watching his empire crumble under the weight of shocking allegations that have left both fans and critics reeling. What's happening to the man once hailed as a kingmaker in the music industry? And how is his downfall exposing an even darker web of secrets, lies, and betrayals? Diddy's legal troubles had been simmering long before the public caught wind of them, but the storm truly broke in September 2024, when federal agents arrested him in New York. The charges against him are staggering accusations of orchestrating a far-reaching operation built on coercion, intimidation, and exploitation. As if that weren't enough, the indictment claims he used his power and resources to manipulate and control those around him, creating an environment where his word was law. It's the kind of scandal that feels ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller, but this time, the consequences are all too real.
Realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
The details of the charges against Diddy are as disturbing as they are complex. Federal prosecutors allege that his actions were part of a calculated and sinister enterprise. According to reports, he surrounded himself with an entourage of enablers who carried out his directives, ensuring his every desire was met. These allegations go beyond mere misconduct. They include accusations of coercion, manipulation, and forcing individuals into situations from which they couldn't escape, all while maintaining a public image of glitz and glamour. For years, the world saw high-profile collaborations and lavish parties, but behind the scenes, a much darker narrative was reportedly unfolding. Diddy's arrest was anything but discreet. Federal agents conducted dramatic raids on his properties in Los Angeles and Miami, seizing a trove of potential evidence, from personal devices to private recordings. The sheer scale of what investigators uncovered suggests the case against him could be monumental. His legal team, of course, has been working overtime to challenge the validity of these raids, arguing that the search warrants were overly broad and that key context was deliberately omitted to frame a more damning picture. However, so far, their efforts to suppress the evidence have fallen flat.
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
One of the most shocking revelations in this case is the sheer number of people who have come forward with their own stories. As the legal floodgates opened, more than 100 individuals reportedly filed lawsuits against Diddy, alleging everything from exploitation to threats of violence. These accusations span decades, with some claims dating back to the 1990s. It seems that as soon as one allegation becomes public, another quickly follows, creating a domino effect that Diddy's legal team is struggling to contain. The sheer magnitude of these claims has left the entertainment world reeling. Industry insiders say that those once part of Diddy's inner circle are now scrambling to distance themselves, fearing their association with him could tarnish their own reputations. Even longtime collaborators who once benefited from his influence are reportedly staying silent, perhaps hoping to avoid being dragged into the chaos. This silence, especially from those who previously praised him as a pioneer, speaks volumes about just how much the tide has turned against Diddy in recent months.
It's getting hot.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Another layer to this story, Anne-Marie. A federal investigation into Combs has been ongoing, but he has not been charged with a crime.
Adding to the shock is the involvement of high-profile celebrities who have been indirectly linked to the case. Rumors are swirling about who might be called to testify, with reports suggesting that several prominent figures have already been contacted by investigators. While some have outright denied any connection, others have remained silent, only fueling speculation about the true extent of Diddy's influence and the secrets he may have kept hidden for years. The mounting legal pressure hasn't just exposed the allegations against Diddy, it has also cast a shadow over some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. As the scandal unfolds, fans are left stunned, questioning just how deep this web of deception truly runs.
What we saw in that video totally eviscerated his credibility.
The public's fascination with the case has only intensified, with social media transforming into a virtual courtroom where opinions run rampant. Hashtags demanding justice continue to trend as fans and critics alike dissect every new revelation. Some are calling this the biggest scandal to hit the music industry in decades, drawing comparisons to other notorious cases that shook Hollywood. Anticipation for the upcoming trial is palpable, with many believing it could be a watershed moment, one that forever changes the way the industry operates. Among the most high-profile accusations are those made by Cassie Ventura, a singer and former partner of Diddy. Her lawsuit, which was settled almost immediately after it was filed, painted a grim picture of her time with the music mogul. Although the settlement's terms remain confidential, the speed at which it was resolved has fueled speculation about what Diddy might be trying to keep hidden, and Cassie isn't alone. Over the past year, numerous other women have come forward, each adding weight to the growing list of allegations. But it's not just women speaking out. Men within Diddy's inner circle have also claimed they were subjected to his manipulative and controlling behavior. As the case unfolds, the sheer scope of the accusations continues to send shockwaves through the industry, leaving many to wonder just how deep this scandal truly runs.
And there has been a lot going on. Since November, there have been 8 civil lawsuits filed against Diddy. 7 of them accuse him of sexual
If
assault.
the allegations alone weren't enough to tarnish Diddy's reputation, his behavior since being incarcerated has only made matters worse. Prosecutors have accused him of attempting to manipulate witnesses from behind bars, allegedly using phones smuggled in by fellow inmates to orchestrate elaborate schemes aimed at controlling the narrative and discrediting his accusers. These actions have only heightened concerns about his influence and the potential risk he poses to the integrity of the ongoing investigation. As a result, 3 separate judges have denied him bail, despite repeated efforts by his legal team to secure his release. The courtroom drama doesn't stop there. One of Diddy's own lawyers recently made headlines by stepping down from his defense team, citing an inability to continue representing him effectively. While the exact reasons remain shrouded in mystery, the move has only fueled the perception that Diddy's case is spiraling out of control. Even with a team of high-powered attorneys by his side, the cracks in his defense are becoming increasingly visible. The ongoing scandal has also had a profound impact on Justin Bieber. Sources close to the pop star reveal that he has been advised to distance himself from the embattled mogul as much as possible. This, however, is no small task, especially considering the rumors that Justin may be called to testify in the case. The thought of taking the stand has reportedly left him shaken, with insiders describing him as deeply conflicted. While Justin has remained silent on Diddy's legal troubles, his recent actions such as unfollowing him on social media speak volumes.
Yeah, but so there's still, I mean, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, I mean, everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior.
The connection between Justin Bieber and Diddy remains a topic of intense speculation. Some believe that Justin's time around the music mogul left lasting scars ones he is only now beginning to confront. Others wonder if he holds key information that could shed light on Diddy's alleged actions. Whatever the case, it's clear that their relationship is far more complex than it once seemed as legal battles rage on. The fallout from Diddy's downfall continues to shake the entertainment industry. Major brands and longtime collaborators have quietly distanced themselves, while projects tied to his name have been swiftly shelved. Even those who once stood by him are now reconsidering their loyalty for a man who was once regarded as a trailblazer. In music and business, The fall from grace has been nothing short of staggering.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
The question now is whether Diddy's empire can withstand this storm. With each new allegation, the walls seem to be closing in tighter. And as more people come forward, it's becoming increasingly unlikely that he will emerge from this unscathed. Or Justin Bieber, this ordeal serves as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame, a world where power and influence often come at an unimaginable cost. But the story is far from over. As Diddy prepares for his upcoming trial, the stakes couldn't be higher, not just for him, but for Justin, his accusers, and the many others whose lives have been impacted by this unfolding scandal. The truth remains elusive, but one thing is certain: the next chapter in this saga promises to be just as explosive as the last. The real question is who will be left standing when the dust finally settles.